Take responsibility for your life. Achieve fulfillment with recovery. Check out responsiblerecovery.net.
You know, I previously 8 months earlier, been introduced to meetings and the program, and I knew where to go. I went to, in the beginning, the rooms of Alcoholics Anonymous up in Marin County, California, and jumped right in, got a sponsor, did everything they said, and so I would recommend this to people that have struggled trying to get clean. What I did at first is I did Vivitrol, it's a 30-day opiate blocker. I did 60 days of it, and along with some therapy and drug counseling, and it really helped me. It gave me a confidence.
What is it? Vivitrol is like the injection of the.
Yeah, it's a 30-day time release injection in your butt, in the muscle of your butt, and it blocks your opioid receptors so that you can't get high, really, if you wanted to. I've heard of people trying, but I've also heard people say it works really well. I didn't have to find out for myself, but and they wanted me to take it for a year, but the hope that I got and like the clear-headedness I got, like I didn't want people giving credit to something else. Like, oh, well, good thing you did Vivitrol, and I'll say good thing I did in the beginning, but I was doing what I was told by my sponsor and other people in recovery that were staying clean and getting lives worth living. So I stopped taking it against my parents' advice, and just kept getting lots of commitments in Alcoholics Anonymous. And I want to jump back to at this time, my wife, she was very, very relieved. I was in a safe place, but she didn't have to worry about me, and in my mind, I'm like, I'm gonna fix this. I'm gonna save it. And I was really in denial about how far gone she was, and she wanted me to come sign divorce papers, and I didn't do it for a while, and it was really hard for me. And I'll tell this story. It's a real personal story, but I want people to know they can stay clean through absolutely everything. So it's kind of weird, higher power thing. I like music, and it was weird because when I'm using, I didn't listen to any new music, any old music. I didn't even know what a smartphone was really. But I had this thing called Pandora, and you all know what it is. You put in one artist or one song that you like, and it'll play like songs. And it played the song "You Only Love Her If You Let Her Go." I don't really remember who does it, and like, oh my God, and I'm looking for meaning in life at this point, and like, if I really love her, I gotta let her go. And then immediately after comes on our Jack Johnson song that we danced to at our wedding. We're always better together, and that was my sign that like I had to try and make things work. I had to like not just sign those papers and give up, because I had never felt this before. I had never, I'd never felt the hope that I could stay clean and change my life. And it's weird because I say I look for things. If those songs would have come on in a reverse order, I may have went the other way, like our song and then that song. So I rushed down to Santa Cruz. It's about an hour and 10 minutes away from where I was at. And, I had to get some clothes and some other things. And she was wearing makeup, and she's like an all-natural kind of girl, doesn't really, wear a lot of makeup. And, I looked at her and I was like, you look beautiful. Like, what do you wear makeup for? Like, what do you need that for? And she like started crying, and I fucking knew it right away. And like instantly I was like, are you fucking somebody? And we had talked about it, like, we were going to wait for the divorce to be finalized before we saw other people. And, instantly my addict mind jumps in. I just want to be like, you fucking bitch, I can't believe you. And then, you know, that recovery voice of like, you know, what I was slowly starting to learn is that, you know, is like, fuck, man, I was cheating on her for so long with heroin and drugs and on her heart and, you know, not being able to be there for her emotionally. She was like emotionally lonely for so long. And, you know, I just told her, it's okay. You know, I love you and I'm not signing those papers. And this is totally out of my character. And she says today that was the first time she had really seen a change in me. Like, holy shit, like he's not flipping out. You know, I got in my car and drove immediately to, you know, out of Santa Cruz, where I was used to using, called my sponsor, and, you know, I kind of lost it then. You know, I was crying, and then, you know, a powerful song comes on the radio. I'm like, okay, I can get through this, and I stop crying, and then a sad song comes on, listen to country station, and then I'm bawling like a little girl, like, you know, and so in the beginning of the story, I said, you can make it through anything. To me, that was the most painful thing I'd ever felt. And, you know, calling my sponsor and him telling me, you know what, this will pass. You know, if you go use drugs or alcohol right now, because it was through AA, even though I was a heroin addict, this was the best it'll get. This right now, you will only make it worse. And I don't know, I believed him. You know, I kept going to meetings, worked the steps through it, and, you know, I had mentioned that she had seen that change in me too. I still didn't want to give up. I, you know, got a job, and I started giving her money. I'd never done that. You know, 10 years of being addicted and living with her, you know, give her a few bucks here, the paychecks always disappear, not make it home with me. I was sending her money, giving her money, paying bills.
What kind of work were you doing?
Labor ready, any kind of construction work I could do. You know, most jobs before using was just stuff I get paid for at the end of the day.